The New York Jets laid an egg in London. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's going on? I'm Matt O'Leary back with another video. And yeah, the New York Jets did not play well against the Atlanta Falcons. It wasn't fun. Before we get into the video, just want to let you know you can follow me on social media at Matt O'Leary NY. And if you haven't already, please make sure to check out the Just Jets podcast, wherever it is that you get your show. Make sure to call in now after the game. Leave me your responses, and I'll get to them on the show. So let's get into it. First drive, the Falcons start with the ball. The Jets had an opportunity to get off the field, and I saw one of the worst roughing the passer calls maybe ever in my life. I don't know how that was possibly ruled roughing the passer when he was hitting the quarterback as he was releasing the ball. I guess maybe because he quote unquote drove him into the ground. That was bad. The Nathan Shepard one later, fine. Rolling into him. Nathan Shepard, yeah. That was a penalty. I can give you that one. The first one, absolutely not. This league is soft. Also on this drive, you had Bryce Hall excellent in coverage and a big play on third down. I thought again, okay, maybe get him off the field or just field goal opportunity. They would go for it on 4th and 1. Patterson would pick it up, but defense bend but don't break at this point. They settle for a field goal. 3 and out from the Jets. Guess what? They did not start well against a brutal defense. Just an embarrassing effort on offense for most of today's game. Again, against one of the league's worst defenses. It just let down all over. Defensively, not where they needed to be also. Like, it really doesn't help because the offense is never on the field. But for the first 4 games of the year, Jets defense bailed out this team numerous times. Today they didn't. It's just the story of the game. Falcons offense marches right down the field. Kyle Pitts' first touchdown in the NFL. Why was John Franklin Myers covering Kyle Pitts? Can anyone answer me that question? On the second touchdown, by the way, not that the Jets go 3 and out on their next possession here too, but Nathan Shepard penalties, just please, first-class ticket to the moon for Nathan Shepard. Don't want to see him anymore. More Kyle Pitts. They would get another touchdown. On this one, this time they had Bryce Huff trying to cover a tight end. Once again, I please help me understand why 2 of your better pass rushers are trying to cover tight ends. It makes 0 sense. I don't understand. Even in the goal line situation, why John Franklin Myers is dropping into coverage. There's no reason Bryce Huff should be dropping into coverage either. Just unbelievable. 17-0 at this point. The Jets find themselves in an early hole. And then just back-to-back really bad plays from Zach Wilson on the third drive. First, he had Ryan Griffin. Now, I understand it's Ryan Griffin. Every time Griffin gets a target, another few minutes is tacked off of my lifespan because of having to watch him get targets in this offense. But he was wide open in the flat, just flat out missed him. There were multiple throws left on the field from Zach today, unfortunately. And then he was late on the interception, too. On the next play, just a throw you shouldn't be making, and just kind of stared it down and was late on it. But the Jets would spark a turnover, fumble recovery, big play by CJ Mosley. He's been good this year despite what PFF is trying to tell you. I've been saying that each and every week, it feels like, but he makes a big play. The Jets start to drive a little bit, but I mean, just a couple of missed throws, like another screen to Crowder, just threw it at his feet. The very next play, they try to set up a screen to the running back. He throws it into Morgan Moses' head. Like, it's just nothing is going right. You can't execute a screen. The Falcons would get 3 before the half, so it was going into halftime at 22-3. Out of the half, huge return from Tevin Coleman sets up the Jets with great field position. Ty Johnson would end up getting into the end zone 20-9, missed extra point. Falcons again start to drive a little bit. They've just had their way with the Jets defense all day today. Another fumble, this time Quincy Williams. Yes, get him the gold jacket. He played really well today, though. I hope that continues as he is starting to put together multiple games of this, which is a good sign after early struggles. Huge turning point? Not exactly. They would lay a monster egg, punt the ball back to the Falcons. Jets would get the ball back. Big play to, guess who? Denzel Mims, 27 yards. It was like, I don't know if it was a first or a second down play, but it was first or second and 20. He picks up 27. Go figure, big play. Then you throw a bomb to Elijah Moore, not completed, but there was a penalty, brings the ball down inside the 5. Michael Carter rushing, touchdown, 2-point conversion. Good, 20-17. Are the Jets going to get back in this game? They just need to come over with some timely stops on defense. Couldn't do it. Absolutely awful. They couldn't get off the field on third down and long. I think it was 3rd and 12, 3rd and 13. embarrassing. And then on another situation, 3rd and short, they're playing off the line of scrimmage. Just really, really bad effort from the defense today. And again, like I said, I don't want this to turn into me bashing the defense because they've been so good through the first 4 weeks of the year that they're allowed to have an off week. It's just the offense put them in such a bad situation that because the defense wasn't able to bail them out like usual, it looked even worse. The Jets, the Falcons would punch it in 27-17. Jets get the ball. They're moving it a little bit, and then just like, I don't know, Wilson wasn't able to execute down the stretch here. Tried to throw a pass to Corey Davis that luckily wasn't completed because that would have just about iced the game. It was like a little dump off. And then he takes a huge sack. So they just kick a field goal, make it 27-20. Try onside kick, don't recover. Jets lose 27-20. Again, this is a game that on paper, Jets should have won this game. Obviously, it didn't come out that way. But this was a game that we had circled on the schedule as a winnable game. So they're 1-4 heading into their bye week. Positive spin. Don't have to watch the Jets next Sunday. Instead, you could relax, watch some other games. And no, that's not, being an anti-Jets fan. I want to watch the Jets play this year. But sometimes, especially after the start to the season that they've had, it's okay to take a mental break and to want a mental break. I think we need it as Jet fans because the takes that are flying, the comment sections, DMs, responses on Twitter, it's a bit much in games that they lose. It's a little overwhelming at times. So I'm very much so looking forward to a week off from that. But they have to be better. Wilson wasn't good enough. 19-32, 192 yards, 1 interception. A lot of those yards came in the second half, which has been a common theme. They have to get better early on. Part of it's on Wilson. Part of it's on the play calling. I don't think the play calling was great today, but I don't think it was as bad as what it was in the first 3 weeks. Again, I don't know why Ryan Griffin has to be a focal point of this offense and why they insist on keeping, multiple or just, trying to get the tight ends involved when they don't have the personnel for it. They just don't. They should be running more 11 personnel. Elijah Moore, outside of the bomb that they weren't able to complete and the play on the sideline that he ended up getting penalized for because he went out of bounds and then tried to come back in and catch it, even though it was ruled incomplete anyway. Just, I don't know. They're not involved. I don't understand why they refuse to get the ball into the playmakers' hands, but need to be better. 2 weeks into New England, just, I don't know. It's going to be a tough matchup. Enjoy some time away. We'll regroup in a couple weeks. Don't worry. Videos aren't going anywhere. Reactions aren't going anywhere. But, yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a downtime before they have to go on the road in New England. God help us all. That's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Sound off in the comments. I'm Matt O'Leary. Subscribe if you're new. Talk to you next time.